team's coach with the New York Jets. Time now for the series history, brought to you by KW Beverage. As there's a touchback out of the end zone, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the VMI Keydets. Here's a look at the Bon Secours starting lineups. And for the Keydets, keep an eye on quarterback number 1, Colin Shannon. Also keep an eye on number 8, wide receiver Isaiah Lamond. A couple of big offensive weapons for this VMI Keydets team. VMI with the football, 1st and 10 at its own 25 to begin the game. Little toss sweep to Ivan Thorpe, one of the wide receivers for this team, tries to turn the corner, hurdles over a man, and goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. No gain on the play. And the Bon Secours starting lineup for the Furman Paladins defense. And Travis Blackshear, number 1 at the corner spot, has a lot of interceptions in his career. And for this team this season, he has 12 career interceptions and 3 career pick sixes.
Yeah, talk about this team. I mean, they #1 team in terms of just defense and rushing, and there's something that this VMI offense they want to be able to do today is be able to run the football at will. That's right. Then you see Jack Barton already shaking up after the first play of the game. But still, this is a team where they're really deep up front. That defensive line, they got a lot of guys that can play football. Jeremiah Jackson's going to step in at the defensive end spot, and he's a really good football player. Very smart, very good with having his first and second moves dialed up in the pass rush situation.
And it looks like for Furman, number 93, defensive lineman Jack Barton, little shaken up, walks off the field. Hope he's okay. He'll have to come out for a little while. There was no gain on that play by VMI, so 2nd down and 10 for the Keydets. At their own 25-yard line here, the second play from scrimmage. Here's Colin Shannon, the quarterback, throws, nearly intercepted, broken up and incomplete. Hugh Ryan, the safety, able to knock it down, incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Coach Rocco before the game today, and he was talking about Colin Shannon, this guy that they feel like can do a lot of great things for him, has had a lot of good moments, and at the same time, a lot of bad moments. Has had games where he's shown up, but it happened so late in the game. He wants him to start off fast and continue that momentum going forward.
Here's Shannon, has some time, passes caught and then dropped incomplete, looking for his tight end, Aiden Twombly, number 7 in white, and a 3 and out for VMI in its first possession of the game.
That was a good job by the Paladin defense. Great series to go ahead and get everything going. Got some momentum on your side of the field already to kick things off. Now it's going to be on the offense. Brock, I would expect VMI to dial up some pressure against Carson Jones once that offense gets out there. Young quarterback, you got to find ways to rile him up and cause a turnover. That's something that they want to do.
Jack Culbreth is the punter, number 41 in white for VMI. And he will kick it away, and a low, wobbly kick takes a VMI bounce inside the 40. Joshua Harris lets it roll inside the 30, inside the 25, just keeps going. And it'll be down at the 22-yard line. That's where Furman will take over, 1st down and 10. Time now for the BMW keys to the game. What do you have, Cole?
Well, one, you got to put the heat on Carson Jones. So here we go. This is a good example of doing that. This VMI defense, they need to simulate some pressures, okay? Find ways to confuse that offensive line. Find ways to get after the quarterback, cause those turnovers, and make the young quarterback stress out. And then for Furman, for once, you just got to dominate at home, okay? They've had 2 straight home games where they have not played up to the level that they're capable of playing at. This would be a good test for them to see if they're really worth that number 2 rating.
For the Paladins, 1st down and 10, and the little sweeping handoff to Wayne Anderson, and he runs out of bounds, gains 1. As we take a look at the Bon Secours starting lineup for the Paladin offense, keep an eye on number 89, Mason Pline, the tight end. Also the quarterback today, Carson Jones, we talked about him, and also number 2, Joshua Harris, good wide receiver for this team.
Yeah, a lot of great players on this team, but another guy to keep an eye out too, Brock, is the left guard, Garrett Ballmer. He's getting the start today. The coaches felt like he's earned it. You see a really good pass deflection right there. But the coaches feel like Garrett Ballmer's earned that spot to get this start today, and they feel like he's elevated his level of play from the first start of camp, and he's ready to go. So let's see a lot of cutting No one gets on the ground. Really good job getting your hands up, just blocking the ball, good deflection. And that's what you want to do. You want to find ways to make that quarterback uncomfortable early.
The Keydets defense, keep an eye on number 97, defensive lineman Jeffrey Spate. And also corner number 1, Alex Oliver. Good defensive back for this VMI team. 3rd down and 6 for the Paladins at their own 26. And whistles blow, and do we have a timeout?
Yep.
Timeout taken by Furman. We'll take a break as well. 13:50 to go here in the opening quarter, no score here in Greenville. The cast of Furman football is brought to you by Bon Secours Healthcare for the universe of you. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. By Ingles, low prices, love the savings. And by Pepsi, that's what I like. Back after the timeout taken by Furman. Furman football, 3rd down and 6. At its own 26-yard line, VMI went 3 and out. So far, 2 plays run, not much yardage gained by Furman on its opening drive of the game. 3rd down and 6. Jones throws down the left sideline. Wide open is Ben Ferguson, the wide receiver, has the 1st down and more, and he's bumped out of bounds at the 35-yard line inside VMI territory. Jones to Ferguson for the big play.
And that's what the Paladins wanted to do here. So you saw they kind of lined everybody up. They wanted to confuse Carson Jones early by simulating that pressure. They wanted to make him adjust the blocking, get those guards, get the center, get the tackles to kind of off rhythm. But then really good job just finding the receiver down the field. And that's something that this Paladin offense has. They kind of have that more vertical downfield threat with Carson Jones behind the center.
And that's one thing Clay Hendricks said before the game. He wants to see his team have more explosive plays. It hasn't really been there the last few games. It has been so far here once in the first quarter.
Well, there you go. That's what you wanted right there, Coach. I mean, you see it happens there. And right now, I feel like this Paladin team, they want to be able to get that run game going. And how you do that, you have a young quarterback that has the ability to stretch the field with his arm, and they're doing that so far.
Here's Dominic Roberto, finds a hole to go through and bangs his way inside the 25. He is close to the 1st down marker. And looks like he's a little bit short, brings up 3rd down and short. No, it is a 1st down.
Yep, there you go, a little counter right there. You see, I would prefer Dominic Roberto would kind of follow Mason Pline out there and then probably hit it on the edge and get some yards, but still, way to lower your pads and fight for those extra yards, get the 1st down. Can't complain if you're still keeping the chains rolling.
1st and 10 for Furman at the 25-yard line in VMI territory, and Roberto, burst of speed, and then goes down just shy of the 20-yard line. Dominic Roberto, this year, 7 touchdowns rushing, 9 100-yard rushing games in his Furman career, and being recognized here on Senior Day here in 2023. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Paladins at the VMI 21. Empty backfield, Jones, the quarterback throws, inside pass, it goes to Colton Hinton, and he is down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line, and another 1st down for the Dens.
Yep, and you're gonna see here, they're gonna go empty formation here already, just finding your receiver out there, just hitting the curl. Since they're bringing all that pressure up front, they're sending those linebackers on those blitzes. That's going to leave the curls in that kind of hitch area in the zone coverage. That's going to leave that open, and that's just an easy pass for the quarterback to complete.
So new set of downs for Furman, 1st down and 10. At the 14. Here's Jones, throws into the end zone to the tight end, Mason Pline, he's got it! Touchdown, Furman. Mason Pline, the tight end, with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season, and Furman strikes first on Senior Day in Greenville.
Well, let's talk about the play right here. Really good job on the play fake action, and then that's a big boy catch by Mason Pline, the 6'7" tight end. Makes a heck of a catch. They're right there in coverage. Really great coverage. I mean, you couldn't have played it any better as a defensive back, but still, really good ball placement by Carson Jones, the redshirt freshman, and then Mason Pline, again, making a big boy play in a big boy moment. And this Furman offense is doing something they haven't done well the last 2 home games, is start fast.
Alex LaPro, who has been perfect on extra points this year, bangs it through, and Furman leads it by a touchdown. 11:07 to go here in the first quarter. Furman up 7 on VMI here on ESPN+. its best to lend a helping hand. Back in Greenville, South Carolina, Furman leads VMI 7-0 early moments of the first quarter. Here's the ensuing kickoff by Furman. This will be into the end zone and a fair catch signal made. A touchback, and VMI gets the football. Second time of the game, 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line, down 7. And you see the drive summary for Furman. Pretty good efficiency there. Cole, 8 plays, 78 yards in just over 3 minutes.
Yeah, you talk about big plays. Really came off from Carson Jones, already 61 yards into the first quarter, first series. Nails 3, goes 75% passing. I mean, we might see a little bit of a different palette in offense than we typically have seen in really the whole season.
And College Shannon in the shotgun for VMI. And the fake handoff, he swings it out to the right side. Ivan Thorpe makes the catch, but goes down. A loss of 3 on the play. Actually a loss of 2, and it brings up 2nd down and 12.
Yep, and here we go. You see 11 personnel here. Really not even, 11 personnel here. And then you see right there, out there, bad pass really by Colin Shannon to get it out there to the receiver. And then Cam Brinson makes a heck of a tackle. Shoelace tackle in a little bit too, and then trips him up and lost 3 yards, 2nd and 13.
And Shannon on 2nd down, surveys the defense, throws, and ball intercepted by Dan Ciana, the linebacker for Furman. And Dan Ciana with his 2nd interception of the season, and Furman back in business deep in VMI territory.
A lot of juice. I mean, this is just really kind of crazy to watch the Paladins play the way they're playing it already in this first quarter. I mean, usually offense starts slow. Defense is now even faster. Everybody's playing fast right here. You can see the experience. And then here, this is a ball you had to catch. Yes, Colin Shannon could have thrown a little bit better, but still, it hits the receiver in his hands. He has to bring that down. And then you look at Dan Ciana, the senior, makes a heck of a play, one-hand snag for an interception. This defense has been dialed in all year, hands down the best defense in this conference, and now they're playing like it every single week, and that's a heck of a play to be made right there.
So Furman gets the football back, already up 7, and now 1st and 10 at the Keydets 27-yard line. Jones, the quarterback, has time, throws to the right side. Kendall Dean makes the catch, and he's wrestled out of bounds. It's a gain of 9, brings up 2nd down and 1.
There you go. They're great protection up front. They bring 3, they drop 8. You find a little weak spot in the zone right there. Kendall Dean does it and then just gets 9 yards off the catch. And right here, you'll see with this defense what they do. They like to kind of play a little bit in that 3-3-5, have that start position with Evan Eller, one of their talented linebackers.
There's Wayne Anderson slithering his way up the middle of the field, goes down to the 10-yard line and up for the 1st down. 1st down and goal now for the Paladins at the 10.
Well, you talked about we had Thunder that showed up a lot early in the first series, and here comes Lightning right there. Wayne Anderson, a speed elusive threat when it comes to that running back position.
Hicks and Anderson in the backfield with Carson Jones in the shotgun. Jones, the handoff. Anderson spinning his way and loses a couple of yards this time. So Carson Jones, the quarterback for Furman, took over when Tyler Huff went out last week with a shoulder injury, getting the start here today.
Yep, and here we go, 21 personnel. They're going to go counter. They're going to pull Wyatt Hughes out there to get around, and then they're going to use Pearson Toomey to pull around the tackle. Not the tackle, excuse me, the tight end. Just the play gets blown up right there, and then here we go with a 2nd and 13 now for the Paladins. Still in a good position to score some points.
And Jones, the play fake, rolls out to the right, throws into the end zone, pass batted away and incomplete. I think it was Taj Summy, the safety, number 3, knocking it down, and it brings up 3rd down and goal.
And this is what you call right here, young quarterbacks trying to do a little bit too much right here. Tries to zip it in between 3 guys right there to the back of the end zone, and right there you would like to see him probably just bring his arm down, just tuck it and try to get some yards out of it instead of just throwing a pass like that could have been picked off. Rookie mistake by the young quarterback.
So 3rd down and goal for Furman at the VMI 13. Jones All kinds of time. Now he throws. Pass is caught by Joshua Harris, and he spins his way inside the 10 down to the 9, and it brings up 4th down and goal.
Yep, little mesh route between really a little confusion on the route because you had 2 guys running into each other, but here you go with mesh, and then you have Wayne Anderson, Josh Harris running right into each other, but they found a way to recover, and then Carson Jones does a great job just dumping the ball off to Josh Harris.
So Ian Williams, the place kicker, will come on for an extra point, correction, for a field goal rather. 9 of 14 on field goals this year, as long 52 earlier this season against ETSU. 27-yard field goal, line drives it, it's up and it's good. And Furman leads by 10. Timeout of the field, 8:01 to go in the first. Furman on senior day, up 10 at home. Sit him out today and likely next weekend, trying to get Tyler Huff healthy for the FCS playoffs starting up in a couple of weeks. Touchback again, and VMI gets the football 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line for its 3rd possession here of the first quarter.
Got to generate some offense here, get that ground game going. That's something that they've been doing a lot better at, is running the football. The last really 3-4 weeks is running the football. You got Hunter Rice, you got Rashad Raymond. I mean, you got 2 stellar running backs. You got to find ways to get them more involved in this football game.
And here's the Wildcat formation formed here by VMI. They do this once in a while, trying to shake up the offense. The direct snap to Hunter Rice, the running back. And Rice, leading rusher for this team, gains a few yards up to the 29-yard line, brings up 2nd down. It's a VMI team that is 4-5 on the year, 3-3 in the SoCon standings. And Coach Danny Rocco says he's been pleased with the fight and the competitive nature of this team this season. It's a tough team. He said he knew this team's best play would come in November, and that's how this team has played here in November. Very good football so far this month. As Colin Shannon throws, pass is incomplete, looking for Hunter Rice out of the backfield, the running back, and brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, had all day to throw the football, but I mean, credit to the Paladin defense. Just still finding ways to fight off those blocks, still covering really well, and that really could have turned into a covered sack just because everybody's doing their job. And then Colin Shannon just has to get rid of the football, and there you go for incompletion, 3rd and 6. They've been really forcing those throws to come out of his hands a little bit too quick, or they're forcing him to hold it a little bit longer and not throw a good football.
And 5 wide receivers for Colin Shannon to work with on 3rd down and 6 for the Keydets. Shannon over the middle, pass through the hands of Isaiah Lamond, and it's incomplete. And just like that, another 3 and out for the Keydets.
There you go, empty formation. Again, go a little bit of a twist on the outside, and just receivers not making the catch when they need to. I'm a big proponent of it. The ball hits you in the hands, you got to come down with it, and here we go. Right there in the hands, you got to bring it down. So it has to get to a point where they start to build some consistency on offense if they really want to challenge this Paladin defense.
Here's the punt, much better punt this time by the Keydets, and a no fair catch signal taken by Joshua Harris, trying to turn the corner. He has room. Oh, gets banged down hard up at the 38-yard line. That's where Furman will take over, 1st down and 10.
There you go. I think he just wanted to see if he could get one in for a touchdown. I guess he was feeling it today, but right here, look at this hit. It's going to come across, and boom! He's going to feel that one on the sideline. That was a good hit. Yeah, that was a great hit.
So Furman so far 2 for 2 on scoring drives in the first quarter. Now Furman's 3rd possession of the first quarter. And they might be reviewing a potential targeting foul on VMI. I didn't see one in the initial replay. We'll take a look.
I didn't see one either because it looked like he may have led it with the shoulder, but let's see. Ooh, he did lower his head into him. See a better angle of that. That is targeting.
It's
looks like targeting.
It's linebacker number 5, Eric Rankin, who hits Joshua Harris. They'll take a look to see if it's targeting or not, and the verdict will come in a moment.
And the only reason why I would say it couldn't be targeting, because it looks like the shoulder may have gotten there before his helmet did, but I mean, judging from the replays, it looks like that crown of that helmet, like he lowered his helmet intentionally to, to make that hit.
And you see the targeting rule. Can't have helmet-to-helmet contact. And initially there was no targeting ruled on the field. This might be overturned. We'll wait and see. And if it is overturned, if it is indeed targeting, Eric Rankin will be disqualified for the rest of the game.
And that's a huge loss for this defense. I mean, Rankin, he's a guy that is really good, again, sideline to sideline. Guy that's really good on really tackling those elusive running backs that are pretty fast to get out there on the perimeter. He's an important piece of this defense. You lose him this early in the game, it doesn't look pretty for you going forward.
So there's Eric Rankin, number 5 in white, who made the tackle, 6'3", 215, a junior from Ashland, Virginia. 3 sacks this year. And yeah, he's one of the better defensive players on this VMI team. As the officials upstairs still looking over the replay, looking over the evidence to see if the call is indeed not targeting as called on the field, or if it is targeting. And this is close.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the angle to look at right here. I mean, watch him lower his head right into him right there. He makes helmet-to-helmet contact. I mean, that is what makes it seem like that's targeting, and I think that's what they may end up calling. See, they just took the headpiece off.
Targeting, first down.
And it looked like they said no targeting, so the call stands as called in the field.
Well, bro, that's the reason why we're up here and not on the field. But, I mean, hey, that's a great call. I mean, you don't want to see guys get kicked out the game. And for us, it looked like it was targeting, but obviously the officials decided it wasn't.
Wayne Anderson, off tackle right, trying to turn the corner, gains 9 yards. He's up at the 46-yard line. Good run by Wayne Anderson for Furman.
Great run, and here we go, a little bit of the pistol formation. You're going to see outside zone stretch here, and then really good job everybody blocking their guys, stretching their defenders. That edge kind of gets sealed off just a little bit just for Wayne Anderson to hit that thing and keep running. Brock, Texas speed is a real thing, and Wayne Anderson exhibits all of that.
The give to Anderson again has the first down and a little bit more. Wayne Anderson, 5'10", 200-pound grad student from Prosper, Texas. Preseason second team All-SoCon selection this year.
Yeah, this offense, man, they got some guys that can wheel and deal, that can get the ball moving. And then here you go, when I talk about thunder and lightning, you got Dominic Roberto who brings that boomstick, and then you got Wayne Anderson who's lightning and may not have as many rushing yards as Dominic Roberto, but hey, he gets over 5 yards a pop.
Jones to the right side, finds his tight end Mason Pline, gang tackle, takes 4, 5, 6 guys to take him down. Half the team out there taking him down inside the 40 down to the 38.
That's a big man right there to tackle, and here we go. You're going to see a little bit of a different concept. You see him, Pline's going to settle into the zone, go for a quick curl route there, and then you see the defenders kind of drift away from their zones. Really good eyes by Carson Jones, just taking what the defense gives him, and you take a short pass into a big gain.
Wayne Anderson goes off right tackle, has the first down and more. They'll move the chains once again. And Furman moving the football very well here in the first quarter. Cole, what is Furman doing so well to move the chains?
I mean, they're just executing all over the board. I mean, guys are getting a little bit more physical up front. They're getting into their blocking assignments. They're actually moving people off the ball, and running backs are hitting the holes harder. And then I don't know if having Carson Jones back there kind of makes VMI a little bit nervous about the passing game or not.
Here's Jones, steps up, lofts it into the end zone, wide open. Nate Hinton, or Nate Cannon rather, and he's got it, touchdown. Nick Cannon makes the touchdown reception, his second TD grab of the year, and Furman leads it by 16.
I said it right before he did it too. I mean, you talk about Carson Jones, he has that ability to stretch the field with his arm, and you see it. VMI, they come out in this monster defense, really a 3-3-5. They want to have the middle of the field covered. But here comes Nick Cannon, one of the better athletes on this football team for the Paladins. Kind of escapes on that post route, and then Carson Jones hits him dead on in the end zone. Beautiful play.
Ian Williams on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And with exactly 5 minutes to go in the game, Furman leads it by 17 for the first quarter.
Let's see, here's that look again. Really good protection up front. And then there it is, the post route, Nick Cannon. Man, maybe we should put him. He just really kind of released out of there like he was fired out of a cannon right there, Brock. I mean, these guys are playing a lot more in sync, and I think that passing game now that it's opened up with Carson throwing the football, this offense can really kind of get to where they're meant to go right now. We're seeing where they can go and how effective they can be down the stretch with just having the passing game. It's something that, yes, they had in the past with Tyler Huff, and even though he's out, I think that just kind of opens up the playbook more. You have Carson out there. I mean, you have more confidence to take those shots.
So 17-0 Paladins here at home on senior day here in Greenville, South Carolina. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here is the ensuing kickoff by Ian Williams. This will go into the end zone. Fair catch made in the end zone by Ivan Thorpe, and another touchback. 1st and 10 for VMI at its own 25-yard line. So Cole, VMI has not been able to really get some momentum going offensively. Where does it go? Where does it start to try and move this football down the field?
Well, you got to find ways to get the ball out the quarterback's hand just a little bit faster, and then those receivers, I mean, the ball is going to come to you and it's going to hit you. I mean, you got to find ways to catch it, stretch your body out, bring the ball in. I mean, they got to get their playmakers going. Right now, you see, Rashad Raymond out there, he has to find a way to get something going. They're going to have to rely on this run game if they really want to pressure this defense.
Fake the handoff, throwing to the right side. Pass caught by Isaiah Lamond for VMI, and he gains a couple of yards up to the 27-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 8. Isaiah Lamond, 6 foot, 195 sophomore from Ashburn, Virginia. Made the SoCon All-Freshman team in 2022.
And another thing, too, Brock, that this offense has to do better. Colin Shannon, he has to get that ball up a little bit. There have been some low throws.
Shannon on 2nd down, throws nearly intercepted, incomplete, as Braden Gilby, the linebacker, number 43, had the ball in his hands and dropped it. It's incomplete.
It's kind of weird right there, Brock. It seemed like the rest of the offensive line, they weren't ready for it when the center had snapped the ball. It seems like the whole offense wasn't ready right here. See that? No one was ready. I think everybody was kind of shocked. And right there, just really good hit on the quarterback right there.
3rd down and 8 for VMI. Must reach the 35-yard line to move the chains. Shannon. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes. Penalty flag in as Jeremiah Jackson and Sarad Cook take him down. Penalty flag, though, thrown on the play.
And just look at the pressure here. I mean, just beating guys on the block. That's huge from the interior right there. Interior rushers just winning on blocks against these guards and these centers, just getting pushed back, then making a great sack.
Holding, 73 the offense. The penalty's declined, 4th down.
So it's a penalty on VMI. Furman declining the penalty. And another 3 and out here for VMI. Brings up 4th down and long with 4:18 to go in the first, and Furman's up by 17.
I'll tell you what, Brock, this team has a lot more juice than I've seen them have at home the last 2 times we've been here. They're pretty juiced up and ready to go today.
Punt by the Keydets. Good spiraling punt. Here's the catch made by Joshua Harris at his own 35. Breaking tackles. Penalty flag comes in late. Brings it out to the 49-yard line. Let's check on the flag. And how about the 2 touchdown passes, Cole, by Carson Jones here in the first quarter?
Yeah, man, this redshirt freshman is playing lights out. I mean, the Paladins, they have their quarterback for the future right here with Carson Jones. He's going to be dangerous. He's going to be lethal, and he's going to be a guy that we have to continue to just watch and see how he'll continue to progress. Because I agree with you, Brock. I don't think Tyler Huff's going to play next week, and Carson Jones is going to have a whole nother week to keep going. But I'm excited to see what he can keep doing today. I'm curious to see how many yards he's going to throw. Will he have a turnover? What will happen?
So Furman has already won at least a share of the Southern Conference Championship this year, as well as the league's automatic bid to the FCS playoffs. A win today by Furman would clinch an outright SoCon championship. Jones, the handoff. And Dominic Roberto. Now correction, it's Mayan Hicks. Mayan Hicks, number 7 in purple, gets the carry and gains a few yards, brings up second down.
A little outside zone here. They just want to get Mayan Hicks the ball. I mean, he's a great running back, but there's been so many other plays where I've seen Mayan Hicks just deliver a blow on defenders. It's kind of in that H spot, which is a hybrid of a fullback tight end and just coming in as a blocker. He's a devastating blocker and a devastating runner.
Handoff to Hicks again, has the first down, nearly broke a tackle. He's past the 40, up to the 41. And that'll move the chains again for the Furman Paladins.
There you go, the replay here. They're just going to go a little bit of power. Good job just getting up to the second level, and then again, fighting for those extra yards. Just takes 2 guys to bring them down. Great job by the young running back.
Coach Clay Hendricks said before the game, one of the keys today for his team, he wants to see his team run the football better and make more explosive plays in the catch and run game. We've seen a little bit of both of that here by Furman in the first quarter. Jones, the throw, pass caught. And getting out of bounds is Mr. Reliable receiver, Ben Ferguson. He's out of bounds at the 47.
There you go. 11 personnel here just going to find Ben Ferguson on the out route. Easy gain on the yardage, and then here we go with 2nd and 4.
Inside 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. All Furman so far up by 17. The handoff to Mayan Hicks, and he bangs off a tackler, has the first down inside the 50. Down to the 48-yard line, the VMI territory. They'll move the chains again.
And Brock, that was a really good play. I mean, they had the potential to go for a lot more. Great blocking up there. It was outside zone, and the running back just decides to cut it right back inside. Unfortunately for him, the traffic kind of came back in. You see VMI's defenders start to come back and come towards him, and that's what prevented it from being a big, explosive run.
Jones, here comes the pressure, and down he goes. He is sacked. Inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Big-time sack by VMI.
And see right here, that was just getting beat off the edge. Pearson Toomey, the left tackle, really good offensive lineman. You don't typically see him get beat, but there you see it just really good. Really more of a speed, not even a speed rush, just kind of didn't have his fundamentals together, lost his feet went dead, and then right there, you just make a really good loop around the tackle, and then you go get an easy sack.
Luke Scott with the sack, his first sack of the season here in 2023. Jones over the middle, pass is somehow caught by Mason Pline, the tight end, as Jones threaded the needle through 3 defensive backs, and Pline, the tight end, hauls it in.
Tell you what, the young man had a lot of zip on that throw, had all day to throw this football, 3-man rush, zips it right in there. You see the star position, you see Evan Eller coming in trying to make a play on it, just could not get there in time to get a hand on the ball, just to get a pass deflection.
Brings up 3rd down and 6. Anderson and Hicks in the backfield with quarterback Carson Jones on 3rd and 6. Jones throws wide open and nearly intercepted, incomplete. Looking for Kendall Dean on the right sideline. Ivan Thorpe in the area. The safety causing problems, and it brings up 4th down.
There we go, some of that simulated pressure right there. They're going to back everybody off. Just keep those 3 to 4 guys coming. And then right there, I think Carson Jones just rushed that throw, put a little bit too much air on it. You want to see him just tighten it up, put less air on it, hit Kendall Dean in stride, or hit him a little bit sooner. That way he has enough time to get the first down and probably make a guy miss.
Ivan Thorpe back to receive the punt. And they blow the play dead before the kick.
Seems like we got a timeout here.
So it looks like a timeout taken. 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Furman so far today. 17-0 here in the first. There's Clay Hendricks. You talk about a man that's been true to his school, Cole. He played here at Furman in the 80s, 82 through 85. assistant coach here for 19 seasons. Went to the Air Force Academy to coach there. Now in his 7th season coaching Furman. And I asked him, what do you like best about being at Furman? Seems like a good fit for you. He says he likes the people he works with every day. He says Furman attracts unique people. He gets to be around quality kids, and he likes that Furman is able to compete each year for championships like his team is this year.
Yeah, Brock, when you talk about that purple, it's just not on him. It's in him. You know, that he probably bleeds purple. I mean, Coach Hendricks just loves this place. I mean, he talks very highly of the institution. It's very admirable.
And Furman downs the football at the 5-yard line. Great special teams execution by Furman. It's 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Yeah, I have a feeling Coach Hendricks probably literally bleeds purple. You cut him open,
yeah.
purple blood coming out.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm pretty sure he loves Purple Rain, too, by the late, great Prince.
So VMI football 1st and 10 at its own 5. 15 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Shannon under center for the first time in this game. The handoff to Rashad Raymond, and he gains a few yards. All the way up to the 8-yard line. That'll be the last play of the first quarter. At the end of one, Furman at home on senior day. A couple of touchdown passes by Carson Jones. 17-0 Paladins here at the end of one. Back here in Greenville, Cole, the first quarter stats, a lot of negative numbers for VMI, positive numbers for Furman.
Yeah, you see it. I mean, the passing yards really the thing that continues to stand out. I mean, Carson Jones has had a terrific quarter so far, just throwing the football. VMI, they got to find something to get going.
The Wildcat formation, the direct snap to the running back, Hunter Rice. He's had that move twice today as the Wildcat signal caller and gains yardage up to the 15 for VMI.
I mean, this is an offense that where they used to be much more of an air raid team, and when Coach Rocco came in, he said, no, we need to develop a ground game that's pretty stout, go a little bit heavier in our personnel packages, and we need to have a ground game that also complements our passing game. And you see different kind of variances, things that they'll do. They'll go pro style, they'll go some more under center things, they'll go empty, shotgun, whatever it is. They just want to be able to hurt defenses however they can.
Hunter Rice with the handoff, forward progress, stopped at the 17, brings up 3rd down. So VMI had a total of -2 yards in the entire first quarter. It's trying to get the running game going, trying to establish some rhythm offensively. It just has not been able to do so thus far here through a quarter plus of the game. Now brings up 2nd down and 8. And Colin Shannon, the quarterback, back in there. Raymond in motion. Shannon throws, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Lamond, number 8 in white. And now 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8.
There it is, go empty formation, and then Travis Blackshear is pretty much in coverage right there, and then just comes in and makes a great tackle kind of while the receiver's in there, gets his hand in there, knocks the ball out, and there's an incompletion. Now you have 3rd and long in the obvious passing situation.
Flags fly. And this might be a false start.
The defense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So instead of a false start, encroachment on Furman.
So here it is, you see it right there. Evan DiMaggio is going to push Jeremiah Jackson a little bit too, and they both end up crossing that neutral zone against the line of scrimmage, and then that causes the offensive lineman to move and flinch, and that's an easy penalty to pick up.
So 3rd down and 3, and the handoff to Hunter Rice, and he is stopped for a loss in the play of 1, and brings up 4th down as Hunter Rice is taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here it is. I mean, talk about the league's best rushing defense. Just really good job, just kind of pushing off the center, getting off of a block, and then making the play in the backfield. I mean, number 99, Sirach Cook, I mean, he's been playing pretty good football all year, and he just continues to show up game in and game out. And when you need him, he's there. Mr. Reliable on that interior defensive line.
Another punting situation for VMI, down by 17. Here is the kick. And a bad kick off the side of his foot. Takes a VMI bounce, though, and drops to a stop at the 50-yard line. That's where Furman will take over. So the Paladins back onto the field on offense. It's a Paladins team that is 8-1, 6-0 in SoCon play. This team has won 7 straight games. Its only loss, Week 2 on the road at SEC team South Carolina in the Power of 5. This Wofford team 6-0 in conference play, 12 straight SoCon wins dating back to last year. The school record is 13. That happened in the 88, 89, and 90 seasons. And the Paladins 15-1 in their last 16 SoCon games. That all spells consistency here for the Paladins.
Yeah, this is a much more consistent Paladin team. I mean, that defense has, again, they've showed up every week this year so far. I mean, they haven't really missed a beat. The offense has at times been a little bit lackluster, but they found ways to continue to generate points and continue to stay in the football game, and that's what's helped them, be where they are right now, where they're undefeated in the conference.
Dominic Roberto, off tackle right, inside VMI territory, goes down at the 46. So the Paladins, couple of touchdown passes from backup quarterback Carson Jones. A field goal by Ian Williams. And on senior day here in Greenville, South Carolina, a 17-point cushion for the Paladins, who are going for their 8th consecutive win. Jones on 3rd down. Hit as he throws, and the pass is caught, and tiptoeing out of bounds, Luke Shufflett, one of the seniors recognized today. He has the first down, and they'll move the chains.
You see VMI, they're going to bring the house here. They're not going to back anybody out. Bring everybody here, and then Carson Jones does a great job just escaping the pressure. Great pocket presence, finding a receiver down the field, and there's Luke Shufflett right there. Hits him, really big play for a first down by the young quarterback.
And a new set of downs for Furman, 1st and 10 at the VMI 31. Furman has done well moving the football here today, running it, passing it. Dominic Roberto gains 1 up to the 30. Overcast day, not too chilly though. Good day for football here at Paladin Stadium, Greenville, South Carolina. Final home game, senior day for Furman, but it might not be the final game overall here at Furman this year. This team has a good chance to host a playoff game in the FCS playoffs.
Yeah, the way it's trending right now, they'll have that automatic bid, and then they'll have at least one playoff game. They continue to win out here. They could end up having all their opponents come to Paladin Stadium as long as they keep winning.
Short pass from Jones to the sideline. And now brings up 3rd down and a long 8 here for Furman. Four wide receivers for Jones to work with. 3 at the top of your screen. 3rd down, and they call it 7. 3rd down and 7. The handoff to Dominic Roberto, and fights for yardage, and he's going to be shy of the first down by about 1.5 yards. And it brings up 4th down. Do you go for it here? Looks like they're going to go for it.
I would. I mean, you're up 17 points. And your defense has been playing lights out so far in this game. You might as well kind of boost your 4th down percentage while you're here.
They call it 4th down and 1. Roberto in the backfield behind the quarterback Carson Jones. And they shift the 2 tight ends for the left side of the right. 4th and 1, Dominic Roberto, and I don't think he got there. He did not. In fact, he lost half a yard of the play, and VMI's defense comes up big here against Furman.
And you're going to see they're going to check. They're going to run it to the left, and then they checked it over to the right side. And there was just nothing that they could do right there. You see pressure giving up on the inside of it when Mason Pline is coming down there on a down block. Just couldn't get his hat across and help seal that over, and that's what causes a play to happen in the backfield. So it's a tackle really for loss, and then there you go on the 4th and 1. That's probably going to be now a yard or 2 loss. Now VMI's offense comes in. Can they use that momentum they just got on that stop on offense to generate some points? Really stout job by the Keydette defense.
Yeah, Danny Rocco, the head coach of VMI, says the defense this year hasn't played as well of late, but it's doing a better job of presenting different looks to create confusion. Did a great job there getting a stop on 4th down and 1. Now the handoff to Hunter Rice, and he's tackled. Short gain of 1 up to the 24.
Yeah, here, so they're going to go outside zone. You see the stretch run. You see guys getting up to their backers. But when you have defensive players coming in and knifing in and finding ways to get at least a hand on your running back in the backfield and trip them up, it doesn't no good for those running backs. And then you see not a lot of vertical push against these Paladin defensive linemen.
On 2nd down and long, pass is caught by Isaiah Lamond, and he's going the wrong way, being tackled way back there, but his forward progress was stopped, and he has enough for the 1st down.
So good protection up here, 4-man rush. And then right there, Colin Shannon delivers a dot to his receiver, and then kudos to the receiver for coming back to the football and make a catch on it. And then Travis Blackshear being there as soon as the ball is caught to not allow any yards after the catch.
One thing Danny Rocco, the head coach of VMI, said before the game, the keys for his team, he says, finish drives in the red zone and also take the ball away from Furman. So far, it's been the total opposite for VMI here today. On 1st and 10, and we get whistles and a timeout taken by VMI. And we'll take it as well. 8:06 to go in the 2nd quarter. 17-0 Furman leads VMI here on ESPN+. Recognized here on Senior Day.
That's a lot of seniors. I mean, that's probably almost close to half the football team that's leaving. But I mean, a lot of these guys have earned the time they spent here. I mean, they've done a lot of great things and have left the program even better than when they came in.
You played here at Furman. Your last game was in the spring of 2021, the COVID year. What are the emotions like on this Senior Day?
I mean, Brock, it's very bittersweet. You think about all the times that you've had the practices, the morning practices, the lifts. You think about all those things, and then it's kind of like in the blink of an eye. It's like, wow, this is really it. For some people, this is the last game of their career. It was the same way for me, but it's very bittersweet. You're kind of happy you don't have to worry about getting up early and having a strength coach blow a whistle in your ear. But outside of that, I mean, it's a great feeling to make it this far in college football.
2nd and 10, Shannon, quick throw, pass caught at the tight end, Aiden Twombly. Twombly had 399 yards receiving of the season coming into today. That leads the team. Also has 3 touchdown receptions here this season. And for VMI, now 3rd down and 5 at its own 40.
They're bringing pressure.
Best looking drive so far today for VMI here in the 2nd quarter, down 17, 3rd down and 5. Shannon. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes. Sacked by Braden Gilby, his 3rd sack of the season, and it brings up 4th down.
Brock, kind of as an offensive lineman, you kind of get a feel for when pressure is coming. You saw when they kind of checked out whatever play they were going to run originally, Braden Gilby was going to come on the outside. Now, when they made that check, they decided, let's go for an interior blitz instead. And then Braden Gilby, nobody's there to pick him up, and he just comes in full steam ahead, makes a great sack on the quarterback.
And VMI has to punt it away again, and the kick is blocked. It's blocked, it's picked up by Jack Rose, and he lost it, and then it's recovered again by, I believe, Furman. Doesn't matter, though. Furman's going to get the football. inside the red zone inside the 20.
Well, you can tell touchdown was on somebody else's mind in that moment. You weren't thinking about just getting on the football. I think Jack Rose was trying to score. You see the replay here. I mean, they've been kind of itching closer and closer on these punts. You know, Wayne Anderson had a great punt block against Chattanooga last week. And then now you see somebody else get a punt block here. Special teams have a very important part in football games right here. And then you see it right there. Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, defensive back for the team. On special teams, comes in, gets the block. Jack Rhodes had it. It spun out of his hands. Eventually recovered by another Paladin player. Now the Paladins in business inside the red zone. First down and 10. The handoff to Dominic Roberto. And he spins off tacklers just shy of the 15-yard line. Gains a couple as we have 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So Carson Jones, again, leading this team offensively here this week for the injured Tyler Huff. Had a shoulder injury, did Huff last week in the win in the second quarter against Chattanooga. Here's the handoff again to Roberto. Fights for yardage, brings up third down. So Carson Jones getting the start. And Coach Hendricks says he was not surprised at all how well Jones played last week off the bench. Says he's a calm, poised player, incredibly bright. Skill set wise, has a good arm. He's a good decision maker. He's been getting good reps in practice this season, leading him up to playing last week off the bench, and that's why he was ready to lead this team to victory last week.
Well, not only that, but Brock, I mean, when they have their 2-minute situations, Carson Jones runs with the ones group. He's the one that's getting everybody down the field.
And he throws, and the pass is caught. And Luke Shufflett runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Furman. Luke Shufflett, his third touchdown reception of the season, and Carson Jones his 6th touchdown pass of the year, 3rd of today.
You see typically when the Paladins, whenever they go under center, kind of in that I formation, is either going to be a stretch run or it's going to be a play action. And you see it, play action pass to Luke Shufflett, quarterback just rolls out of there. Great ball on the run, and then nobody's there, nothing but green grass. Luke Shufflett hauls it in for a touchdown.
Alex LaPro with the extra point, and the kick is good, and Furman leads it by 24. 5 minutes exactly to go in the second quarter. Furman up big on Senior Day here on ESPN Plus, up 23-0 here in the second quarter. In Greenville, South Carolina, it is Furman up 24-0 on VMI. Brock Bowling and Cole Neely with you. And the Paladins offense, defense, special teams unit, all three facets of the game going the Paladins' way here on Senior Day 2023. There's the kickoff by Ian Williams. It is deep and into the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10, VMI at its own 25-yard line. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Here's a look at the drive summary by Furman. The short field, 3 plays, 19 yards, just over a minute of playing time. The special teams blocked punt by Caleb Williams for Furman. 3 plays later, into the end zone. Furman leads it 24-0.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the last 3 games, I mean, 6 points kind of to start off in the first half. Today, already 24. You can kind of see a little bit of a different air around this team, especially on offense. They're executing at a high level.
And the handoff to Rashad Raymond. And Raymond has the first down. Penalty flag comes in late, though, from behind the play. He stopped at the 40-yard line to check on the penalty.
So you're going to see a little bit of a power run here. Really, quarterback kind of had an option to keep it, but decided to hand it off, and then really the good decision to let it run. But that play is going to be coming back. Looks like a hold.
10-yard penalty from the spot. Replay first down.
So holding on VMI, that big run negated. And instead of 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 20. Those offensive holding penalties are a killer.
Oh, yeah.
10-yard penalty.
Well, Brock, I'm going to give you an inside secret. offensive linemen hold every single play.
No.
Yeah, we hold every single play. I mean, look, when you have some of these guys that are that talented, it gets hard to kind of keep them in there. It's just whether you're going to do it legally or you're not going to do it legally.
Shannon throws, caught by Isaiah Lamond, spinning off tacklers and fights for yardage. Past the 25. Gains a few yards and brings up second down. This VMI team trailed 24-14 last week entering the fourth quarter at ETSU. The offense outscored the Buccaneers 17-0 in the fourth quarter to get the win. However, offense has been an issue here today. Not much rhythm offensively, running or passing the football. Here's Shannon throwing on the run. Wobbly pass up for grabs and almost intercepted, incomplete. Hugh Ryan was there, nearly dove and got the interception, and it brings up third down.
So yeah, you're going to see the Paladins are just going to bring three guys right there. Just a good enough rush on the right side to flush the quarterback out the pocket. And then right there, Colin Shannon, I wouldn't throw it like that, because when you're throwing it that way, I mean, you have Hugh Ryan out there who's a dynamic safety, really good ball hawk. Had he picked that off, that's your second turnover. You got to be careful about throwing that football away. But still, good job of not taking the sack.
Third down and 10. Shannon being pressured. Here comes the pressure. Ball is loose. It's a fumble. It's recovered, though, by the offense, and VMI still has it. As Will Reed, the left tackle, able to pounce on it, brings up fourth down.
So this VMI offensive line, they've been pretty good all year in a lot of different moments, but here you're going to see Luke Clark, who's more of their speed, the power rusher. He has a one-on-one block here. Goes with the long arm, then just continues to fight when Colin Shannon starts to flush back out to the left, gets a hand in to make the sack, but then also pops the football out, and then there's a fumble. Really good job by the offensive line, just having the wherewithal to get on it and not prevent a turnover.
Jack Colbreth with the punt. Bounces at the 45, taken on the hop by Joshua Harris, and trying to turn the corner down the sideline, out of bounds. And another possession for Furman will start inside VMI territory after this break. 3:02 to go in the second quarter. Furman by 24 on ESPN+. Carolina coming up at halftime here on ESPN+. We'll have a look at first half highlights and stats. A look at a Furman season recap, and we'll take a look at around the Southern Conference scoreboard as well. Presented by BMW. Halftime show next here on ESPN+. On the ensuing possession, Furman in complete command, up by 3.5 touchdowns, running the football now inside 3 minutes to go here until the halftime break. So Carson Jones, the redshirt freshman, in for the injured Tyler Huff, nursing a bad shoulder that he hurt in the ETSU game last week, another handoff. And Clay Hendricks had a great stat about Carson Jones, the quarterback here for Furman. In Jones's high school and college career combined, his overall record 71-8.
That's impressive. To only lose 8 games, you play almost 80 games and you only lose 8 of those things, and wow. But I mean, I kind of see it. I mean, he's a guy, he changes the flow of a football game. I mean, he has a really good ability to throw the football, and I see why he's 71-8 with a chance to maybe go 72-8 today.
And a timeout taken by Furman. We'll take one with them. 24-0 Furman on ESPN+. And a minute 50 to go here in the second quarter. It's college football presented by BMW. Furman leads at 24-0 here over VMI late in the second quarter. 3rd down and 6 for Furman. In VMI territory, Jones goes deep into the end zone, passes, caught over the shoulder, catch by Kendall Dean. Touchdown, Furman, Kendall Dean. His first touchdown reception of the season.
Brock, that Carson Jones young man is a dangerous, dangerous guy. I mean, great protection up front, had all day to sit back there, and then delivers a dot to Kendall Dean in the end zone, just over 3 defenders. And here it is. Just look at all the beautiful protection right there, and it just delivers it right into the hands of Kendall Dean in stride. Hey, what a guy in Carson Jones.
And the kick is good by Ian Williams. 31-0 Furman here, late second quarter.
See another look here. I mean, just look at the protection here. You see a little twist that comes in. Really good job picking it up by Jake Johanning. And then, again, there's the dot to Kendall Dean right in between two defenders, and then hits him in stride on the route. I mean, and look, then he's talking to a fan. I mean, they're having fun out there. The Paladins are really just executing on offense. And, again, we haven't seen this Paladin offense execute like this at home really since Mercer, the last two games. Two teams that they should have handled like how they're handling VMI so far. They didn't do that. And then right now, I mean, they're just clicking on all cylinders.
And how about Carson Jones? 3 touchdown passes all season as the backup quarterback coming into this game today. He has 4 here this afternoon in the first half.
Hey, I guess this is what happens when you open up the playbook for a guy that, you know, can stretch the field like that with his arm.
Fair catch signal made by Ivan Thorpe for VMI. Touchback, VMI ball, 1st and 10 at its own 25. So I guess you can say Tyler Huff, first string quarterback, Carson Jones, he's 1A.
Yeah, I think that's a good kind of, you know, representation of that. But, you know, the question is like you see how much more explosive your offense is, and then you get Tyler Huff back. I mean, he adds that dual threat element to your offense, and then where you have to account for not just him, but you got to account for the running game and everything else. And then when you look at Carson Jones, almost 200 yards passing.
And 4 touchdown passes here in the first half alone. Shannon, the quarterback for VMI, going to keep it himself and goes nowhere, loses yardage on the play. Xavier Stevens, number 40, able to knock him down for Furman.
And right now the Paladins are having a sack party in the backfield every other series. And then here it is when you look at the replay, just beating guys off blocks. I mean, just getting guys loose. I mean, Matt Sachoka, first of all, he just kind of rails through the tackle and just gets that penetration, and then there's nobody there to pick up the nose guard, Xavier Stevens, and then he just comes in and then he just makes the sack.
Shannon over the middle, pass deflected and nearly caught, incomplete, looking for Julio De Silva for VMI. Now brings up 3rd down.
So you can see they're in slide protection on the left side here. They're going to pick up everybody, and then somewhat of a clean pocket. But then again, that's just not really good on the decision to throw it right there. See Ivan Yates in really good coverage, kind of a little bit more in phase, and had a chance to get an interception on the ball.
3rd down and 16. Hunter Rice. He's been one of the few bright spots for VMI today, rushing the football, but well short of the first down marker. And it brings up 4th down, and the clock is stopped for, nope, timeout taken.
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute.
And they'll put some time back on the game clock to a full minute. Timeout taken, and 1 minute to go here until the halftime break.
One of the better Paladins are going to try to put up some more points here. I mean, you know, you kind of want to put yourself in a good position. I mean, you get the field goal, cool, 34-0, or you go for a touchdown, you get the extra point, you're looking at 38-0. Either way, I feel like they're trying to set the stage to get some of these younger guys, get them in the game. I mean, with the new red shirt rule, guys can play in 4 games and they can still have the red shirt. So this is a good time. You know, you're up this much. Why not give some of these other guys that haven't played a single snap all season to kind of figure out what you have coming back? Because we talked about it. 42 graduating football players on this Paladin team. You got to know what you have outside of your rotational guys. You got to know what the future is going to look like with some of these other young freshmen and sophomores that haven't played, you know, enough snaps yet.
Fans having a good time here on Senior Day 2023. Again, 42 Furman seniors playing on this field for the final time in a regular season game. All 42 seniors recognized before the game. And for VMI's punter, Jack Culbreth, good news, he's getting a lot of playing time today. Bad news, he's getting a lot of playing time today.
Oh.
Picked up on a hop by Joshua Harris. Harris in midfield. Tackled at the 48. With 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Furman, no timeouts left. VMI, 1 timeout remaining here in the first half.
So this would be a good opportunity to watch Carson Jones really operate in a different 2-minute situation here. You have no timeouts. You want to see how fast can he move his offense down the field. Can the receivers make the right decisions by getting out of bounds once they catch the football? This is a good kind of practice within the game situation right here. You kind of have that luxury to really execute now against a different team that doesn't see you every single day at practice.
Can Furman get some more points on the board before the halftime break? It is up by 31. Late second quarter, Jones throws to the right side. Pass is caught. Nice catch by Kendall Dean. He tiptoes out of bounds at the 41.
Here it is, Kendall Dean just going to pretty much hit that out route right there and then just gets that 1 foot in bounds and gets out of bounds, stops the clock, keeps the ball moving, and then you're looking at a 2nd and short situation.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 at the VMI 41. Jones, another sideline pass. Pass is caught by Ben Ferguson and has the first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily inside 2 minutes to move the chains. Now they wind up the clock again. Jones spikes the football, stops the clock, 32 seconds to go, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Young quarterback's doing a good job so far getting this team down the field. Receivers doing a good job getting separation and then creating those plays that happen for Carson Jones to deliver the ball. And then here he goes. 2nd and short situations, you want to be in those type of positions, and then you get out of bounds. That way the clock is still on your side.
Jones over the middle, pass, nice catch by Mason Pline. Good hands by the tight end. He is down to the 31-yard line. Furman out of timeouts, 20 seconds to go and counting. As Jones surveys the defense and looks like he's going to run a play and not spike it. 14 seconds to go. Jones lofts it to the left sideline. Pass, one-handed catch, but he's out of bounds. One-handed catch by Joshua Harris. Nice catch. He just landed out of bounds.
I mean, I guess the Furman receivers, they just want to be on SportsCenter tonight. I guess that's what it is, because look at here, great protection, and then right there, I mean, you just kind of want to give your receiver a chance, and then just throws him a little bit too far out of bounds. But had that been inbounds, ooh-wee, man, we have some clips to send out there to ESPN, wouldn't we?
A 49-yard field goal try for Ian Williams from the left hash. There's the hold, there's the kick, plenty of distance, but yes, it's good. It is good from 49. Penalty flag, though, thrown on the play.
Offside. Defense number 3 in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty has been declined. Field goal is good.
So offsides on VMI. Field goal is good by Ian Williams, a 49-yarder. He hit a 52-yarder, a career long 2 weeks ago against ETSU. 49-yarder on this try. 34-0 Paladins here with 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's been all Furman here on Senior Day.
It has. I mean, this is how you expect the number 2 ranked FCS team to play right here, though. I mean, just executing on all platforms. You're running the football pretty well, and then you're throwing the football exceptionally well. And then defense, you're taking away something that VMI wants to get better at doing, which is developing a ground game. Have not found a lot of success on the ground, and then also you're limiting the passing game. You're getting sacks, you're getting pressure, you're generating a lot of penetration on a lot of these different types of plays, zone runs, passing situations. You're finding ways to just take away VMI and just take them out of the game offensively.
Ian Williams with the ensuing kickoff and kicks it deep, and this will be another touchback and VMI ball at the 25. 4 seconds to go in the first half. And I'm guessing VMI will take a knee here to just stop the bleeding in the first half and go into the locker room, try and regroup.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a lot of halftime adjustments here in the halftime. Oh, a little physical.
Shannon takes the knee. Some chippiness after the play, but nothing too crazy, and halftime is here. It's been all Furman. 4 touchdown passes by quarterback Carson Jones. Special teams getting the job done as well, as was the defense. Furman up big. He was coach for the New York Jets back in the 2000 season. I believe Al Groh was the head coach that year, if I'm not mistaken. And he is in his first season coaching VMI, and, well, his team is down 34, and look what happens. His team has to kick it away to Furman, who is going to try and score some more points here to start the third quarter. And this is a return by Furman by Wayne Anderson, and he runs it out to the 20.
Been a lot more aggressive on special teams, not really fair catching. They're just trying to see what they can get out of it.
So Furman up big, 34-0. 4 touchdown passes by Tyler Huff, a couple of field goals by Ian Williams. And VMI on defense first here to begin the third quarter. Jones, the handoff to Wayne Anderson, and off right tackle, gains a few yards up to the 27, gain of 7, brings up second down and 3. What do you make of the balance of the Furman offense here today?
I mean, it's been good. It's been great. I mean, I think when we talked with Coach Hendricks, and he mentioned it too, he said that Carson Jones has an ability to stretch the field with his arm strength, you know, and just be able to kind of create more plays down the field, and you see it. And I feel like it's kind of really opened up all facets of this offense. I mean, the run game's been more successful than I've seen it lately. Passing game's been really successful, and here we go with a draw play to Wayne Anderson. I mean, how often do you see draw plays having a lot of success like this? I mean, they're able to get a little bit more creative with their play calling, and, you know, it's been a very good day by Coach Roper calling the offensive plays, and then by the offense just executing at a high level.
Wayne Anderson gets the carry again, and he's tackled up at the 39-yard line, brings up second down, and 6 yards to go, gain of 4. Wayne Anderson, preseason second-team All-SoCon selection, has 1 touchdown rushing this year, has 1 touchdown receiving. That receiving touchdown was the one we showed you earlier. The touchdown pass from Jones to Anderson last week, late in the fourth quarter, to beat Chattanooga on the road. Little inside screen pass to Joshua Harris, and he has enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains again.
Brock, I think that play appears just about every week, that little tunnel screen. That they love running that play, and yet no one's really stopped it well, you know, to this day. I mean, just find ways to get guys going, and then offensive line doing a good job getting down the field, making some blocks, freeing up these receivers. I mean, they're playing lights out.
Dorian Starnes makes the tackle, the first man there to tackle Joshua Harris. Harris, preseason All-SoCon selection as well. He has 2 touchdown receptions this year. Fresh set of downs for Furman, 1st and 10. And the handoff to Wayne Anderson again. And gang tackle, Jeffrey Spate, number 97, first man there for the Keydets. Only a gain of 1, brings up second down and 9.
So, Brock, there's something else that I want you to notice. If you can look at the center, you'll see it's not Wyatt Hughes there anymore. Wyatt Hughes is now at right guard. Jake Johanning is at center, and that's originally what they wanted to do when the season kicked off. But Jake Johanning had that neck injury, you know, it kind of stopped him from playing center. They moved Wyatt over to play center, and then Jake going back to guard, where he has been so notoriously known at being really good at.
Jones, the handoff to Anderson again, and bangs off a couple of tacklers. Hunter Robbins, number 94, first man there to take him down, and gained maybe half a yard on the play, brings up third down and long. Can we expect to see Furman just run the football a lot in the second half?
Yeah, but at the same time, I think they also want to continue to just dominate. I feel like they want to continue to be selfish here. VMI has a knack of coming back in a lot of different situations. Now, I don't see this Paladin defense allowing a situation like that to happen, but I feel like this is just really good practice with your offensive line, building some rhythm, some different reps, getting some guys different exposure at different positions.
Third down and a long 8. Jones hit as he throws, and that pass is incomplete as he was looking for a couple of guys in the area. Luke Shefflett, number 12, and Joshua Harris, number 2. Neither one made the catch. Brings up fourth down.
It was just really good pressure up front. I mean, they showed it, and they brought everybody there, and then just guys just couldn't block everybody. So at one point, the quarterback has to have that internal counter in his head, and that timer has to go off to know that I got to get the ball out of my hands.
Ivan Thorpe takes it on a bounce for VMI, and he's past the 15 up to the 16-yard line, and a timeout on the field. 11:03 to go, third quarter. It's all Furman here in Greenville. Today's broadcast of Furman Paladin football is presented by Ingles. Ingles is the official grocer of Furman Athletics. For community needs, both large and small, Ingles does its best to lend a helping hand. There you see the 2023 numbers on the bricks. Another conference championship for Furman and the SoCon. By the way, Furman is the all-time winningest Southern Conference football team. 643 wins, 497 losses, 38 ties. This program won the 1988 Division I AA national title, now called the FCS, and wouldn't surprise me if the Paladins do that again this year.
I mean, they have the team to get there. I mean, it shows that right now it's just all about executing.
Oh, Matt Sachovka takes down the quarterback, and for Matt Sachovka, that is his second sack of the season.
And here we go. See Matt right here. Comes inside, just beats the guard, and loops back over, and then just wins on the rep. Gets the sack, solo guy, the senior, 7 years being the Paladin, gets a sack.
And again, third down and long for VMI. Must reach the 26 for the first down. Shannon, pocket collapsing, has to retreat. And he has the first down. Nice run by Colin Shannon. Tried to pass it. The pocket collapsed. Able to run the football and got enough for the first down.
Kudos to the quarterback, just kind of sensing the pressure coming. You're going to see Luke Clark loop around on that twist. Then just sees nothing's there for him and decides to take it. And then you want to see Evan DiMaggio kind of break down a little bit more, get settled in to make that tackle, and you would have prevented a first down. Good job by Colin Shannon finding a way to get those hard yards.
Now the Wildcat formation. The running back, Hunter Rice, will take the direct snap. They fake the jet sweep, and Rice up the middle gains a couple. Back to Colin Shannon, the quarterback. His grandfather, Neil Estes, played in the NFL for the 49ers back in the day. Now Colin Shannon continuing the athletic tradition in his football family. Redshirt freshman, 6'1", 200 pounds. 2 touchdown passes this year, 0 touchdown runs. Right now his team has 0 points on the board. Here in the third quarter, Shannon, here comes the pressure, and down he goes. Sacked again. Is there a fumble? Is it Furman ball? It is! A strip sack fumble, and Furman gets the ball back deep in VMI territory here in the third quarter.
Luke Clark got the sack and then recovers the fumble, causes the fumble, recovers the fumble. Luke Clark is everywhere. That's more of your speed to power guy, but just wins off a finesse move, just kind of works the rip against the right tackle, gets in there, sticks his hand in and pokes the football out, causes a fumble, and then just gets right on it. Easy win for the Bandit.
And that is now the 49th takeaway for Furman in the last 23 games. Just incredible defensive numbers put up by Furman the last couple of years. Now Furman has the football back. 1st and 10 at the VMI 24. Jones, the little quick toss play on the jet sweep to Colton Hinton. Hinton bumped out of bounds near the 20.
Kind of see a little jet sweep pass just to get a little bit more, few yards there for Colton Hinton. Takes a nice little hit, kind of shook him for a little bit, but he's good, ready to go. And then his offense, they're gelling, they're moving. I mean, Brock, when you talk about this team, they've been excelling in all three facets of the game. Coach Hendricks always asks, have they played their best game? And so far, they're playing their best game yet.
Delay handoff to Wayne Anderson inside the 20. And the Paladins inside the red zone again in VMI territory. As we approach the midway point here of the third quarter, it's been all Paladins here all afternoon. 3rd down and 5 here coming up for Furman. Carson Jones came off the bench last week in the second quarter for an injured Tyler Huff, and he did not disappoint. Led the Paladins down the field in the last couple of minutes. Game-winning touchdown pass, now getting the start today on senior day. Here's Jones looking, he'll try to run. He's tackled by Jabari Haslam, number 21, one of the linebackers, and it brings up 4th down.
And you saw it, Brock, so they tried to go again with the tunnel screen. VMI's defense had the recognition level up, saw it, and then instantly kind of bit down on the receiver coming in for the pass. Carson Jones making a very good veteran decision. Instead of trying to force a ball there, decides just to tuck it down and run with it. Good job by the young quarterback. Still setting up your offense to get a field goal here, get those 3 points and increase your lead.
Ian Williams already has 2 field goals made today. This is from 36 yards out, and the kick is up. Plenty of distance, and the kick is good. Ian Williams with his 3rd field goal of the day. 37-0 Furman here in the third quarter. Past the midway point of the third quarter, it is all Furman. 37-0 Paladins here, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Brock Bowling, Cole Neely, and the rest of our great ESPN Plus crew here with you. Ian Williams will kick it off for the Paladins. 37-0. 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals by Furman. Still a goose egg on the board for VMI. And another, well, not another touchback, as Ivan Thorpe's going to bring it out. And out to the 15 he goes, and that's all he gets. 1st and 10, VMI at its own 15. Here's a look at the Furman Paladins schedule this season. Again, it's only lost 1 game all year. It won over Tennessee Tech in the season opener, lost at South Carolina. Then you see the 7 straight wins there, including one last week against Chattanooga on the road, 17-14 to clinch at least a share of the Southern Conference Championship. How about that South Carolina game, Cole? Actually, Furman was leading in that game. Second quarter, third quarter, and then South Carolina turned it on in the third quarter and fourth.
Well, I mean, you got to put an asterisk by that game, because I really feel like if it was another game where Furman has as much depth as South Carolina has, I really feel like the Paladins would have got the upset and let the ball deliver down the field, kind of beat a lot of our defensive backs here that you see in our conference for Furman. And they just found ways just to deliver and just really beat up on that Paladin defense. And then ever since then, Paladins have been just lights out, offense and defense.
And here's the Wildcat formation again. The quarterback, Colin Shannon, lined up as a wide receiver to the right. Hunter Bell gets the direct snap. The running back, he fakes the jet sweep, and he bangs his way forward, has the first down. One of the better offensive plays of the day for VMI. Down 37 on the road here in Greenville.
Yep, so you're going to see it, just a little bit of that Wildcat, and then you kind of see that power within that Wildcat run, and then just guys are just fighting a little bit more up front. That offensive line, and you can see they're a little bit frustrated, but they're using that frustration, charging it to the game, and moving a lot of these Paladin defensive linemen.
Now Shannon back at the quarterback in the pistol formation. Has time, throws, pass caught by Isaiah Lamond, and Lamond has a first down, and VMI moving the sticks here late in the third quarter.
Yep, and you can see they're taking a little bit of advantage of having a different Paladin defensive line front up there. Different guys, you got a little bit more time to throw the football. Different guys up there in the secondary, you feel a little bit more confident delivering the ball to your receivers and getting some yards.
New set of downs for VMI, 1st and 10 at its own 42. And the inside handoff to Rashad Raymond. And Raymond breaking tackles. He's stopped at the 50. So earlier in the first half, Cole, you talked about how we have two young quarterbacks going at it, two redshirt freshmen, Colin Shannon of VMI, Carson Jones of Furman. You talked about these quarterbacks dealing with simulated pressure situations. What do you mean by that?
So simulated pressures is pretty much when you have a lot of guys kind of walk up to the line of scrimmage on the defense side of the ball. It looks like they're going to bring the house. At times, VMI did do that, but they ended up bringing those guys. Furman did a great job of it at one point where they would bring guys to the line of scrimmage and they'll back them off. That's what you call simulated pressure. It makes it look like you're going to have an all-out blitz, and then you drop guys in the coverage when you only rush 3 or 4 defenders at a time, and that's usually it confuses the offensive line, gets their blocking schemes mixed up, and then the quarterback kind of forces him to either throw the ball a little bit too soon. He gets antsy, throws an incompletion, could be an interception. It's just ways to kind of play mind games with the offense.
A couple of good young quarterbacks going at it today, but it's been all Carson Jones and the Furman offense has been successful today. Here's Shannon throwing right side. Pass is caught by Egypt Nelson, number 15, his first action of the day. He has enough of the first down. This is the best looking drive by VMI here today.
Yeah, you can kind of see this offense has woke up a little bit. They're delivering the ball out there in coverage, and then right there you see a young defensive back kind of just loses his guy. I mean, it's not really man defense. This is zone defense, and you want to see the corner kind of have a little bit better on his coverage assignment, understanding that more than likely they love to run these out routes around the sticks, and you kind of got to sit somebody near that coverage zone.
New center downs for VMI. Delay handoff to Rashad Raymond, and he goes nowhere, loses a couple of yards in the play. Out to the 35.
So they're going to go with a draw here. It gets beat instantly. You give up pressures on draw plays, it just doesn't work out as well, especially if your offensive line doesn't find ways to create holes that gives the running back a chance to gain those hard yards.
Braden Gilby, the linebacker, making the tackle. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third. VMI down 37, but moving the football down the field inside Furman territory. Here's Shannon. And pass is dropped by his tight end, Aiden Twombly, leading receiver for the team, and it's incomplete.
I know this has to be frustrating when you have moments like this and your offense is moving down the field, and then you have a chance to at least get some good yardage back after having a tackle for loss, and then your receiver just drops the football right there. It's been so inconsistent on offense from this VMI team, and it was very unexpected.
Shannon on third down, pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. Pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete, and it brings up 4th down and long for VMI.
You see now VMI decides to pull a page out of the Paladin offensive playbook, try to go with a tunnel screen, and then the defensive line doing a really good job getting a hand up and getting the deflection. So you're going to see the Bandit get his hand up, deflects the football, prevents a pass from being completed, and now VMI is going to try to kick a field goal.
And Caden Beck is going to try a 53-yard field goal. His career long is 50 this season. There's the snap, there's the hold, the kick. It is just a little bit short, maybe wide to the right as well, and the kick is no good. Time out of the field, 1:41 to go here in the third. It's all Furman here on ESPN Plus. And we're back in Greenville. You see the Furman offensive numbers this year, averaging 28 points a game, 37 today, 4th best of the SoCon. And Furman having its way with VMI here today, up 37, 1:41 to go, third quarter. Handoff up the middle for Furman, and a couple of yards gained there. Charles Watson, the new quarterback in there for Furman, officially the third-string quarterback behind number 1, Tyler Huff, number 2, Carson Jones. And Charles Watson getting some playing time today here in Paladin Stadium.
Yep, safe to say that Carson Jones' day is over, and a job well done for that young man for stepping in there for his first start. And then you're going to see a different offensive line up front. So, again, getting guys some reps and seeing what you have going down the stretch.
Mayan Hicks. Good run, gain tackled, forward progress, stopped at the 44, 1 yard shy of the first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up here for Furman. And a win here today by Furman, and the Paladins will have the outright Southern Conference championship. Coach Hendricks says he likes the grit, the toughness of this team. They got a big-time toughness win on the road at Chattanooga last week. Calm under pressure. Late in the 4th quarter, Carson Jones found Wade Anderson for the game-clinching touchdown and got the share of the title last week. Furman 1 quarter away from the outright championship here in 2023.
Yep, been a long time coming for this Paladin team. I mean, last year, look at it, had a chance to win the conference, lose that game against Sanford, and then here we are with a really great opportunity ahead to not only just win out, but then have a chance to stay a top 2 or top 4 team in the FCS and then have those home games in the playoffs.
We go to the 4th quarter. Paladins up big at home, 37-0 on Senior Day. Here on ESPN Plus. Back in Greenville, here's a look at the game stats so far. Cole, very lopsided. You've been more impressed with the Furman offense or the defense today?
Honestly, it's been the offense. I mean, I didn't expect a young quarterback to come in here and play this well, like he's been doing this for a long time. But hey, when you're 70, about to be 72 and 8, I guess it shows.
And Watson hands it off to Mayan Hicks. Gains about 6 yards. Inside the 45 to the 42-yard line as we start the 4th quarter. So Charles Watson, 3rd-string QB, is in there. It could be the end of the day for Carson Jones, but not quite sure. It's definitely not a game that we'll see Tyler Huff. They made it sound like Huff was good enough to play, but not 100%, and want to save him for next week, or actually save him for the playoffs to start in a couple of weeks, and that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's a phenomenal idea. I mean, you don't want to risk injuring your quarterback, and it's good to know what you have in your backup quarterback, that Carson Jones can go out there and deliver in a game like this against a solid defense. And he showed a lot. I was curious to see exactly if he was going to be able to perform with his arm and how dynamic it is, and he answered the call and he played extremely well.
Hicks, the handoff, and no gain on the play.
No gain.
So no gain brings up 4th down and 4, and the punting unit coming on here for Furman. And Ryan Levy will punt it away. Short kick, almost a pooch punt, and that'll be downed inside the 5 by Furman.
Okay, that was a little weird. I thought he had grabbed it around about the 1, but I don't know.
So VMI playing its 2nd to last game of the season here today. It's down by 37 points here to Furman. The season finale for VMI. It'll take on Western Carolina at home next Saturday night.
And that's going to be a big game for those seniors. You want to send them off the right way. And this VMI team, they're more than capable enough to play with that Western Carolina team. They just got to answer the call in practice. They got to use this game as motivation to get ready for a talented team like that to come through.
Colin Shannon hands it off to Hunter Rice, gains a couple. A little more breathing room near that goal line area, out to the 6. Gain of 2 brings up second down and 8. And we have some third string defensive linemen in there and linebackers for that matter for Furman. Malachi Harrison, number 92, is in there, made a tackle a moment ago on the previous play. Now the Wildcat formation, Hunter Rice in the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. A quick jet sweep around the right side is Rashad Raymond, and Raymond bumped out of bounds but has enough for the first down, and VMI moves the chains.
The Wildcat formation has actually been really good for this VMI team this whole game. And they found ways to gain yards, get around the edge, and then you set your running back up for a good gain. And here you go, good first down, get you out of that tight spot where you're close to your own end zone and you don't have to worry about giving up a safety.
I remember when the Wildcat formation first started in the NFL, 2008, by the Miami Dolphins. They kind of invented that Wildcat formation. Should they call it the Dolphin formation?
I don't think we call it that. But, you know, what you realize, Brock, this is a copycat sport where if it works at the top, somebody's going to try it at the bottom, and it'll keep trickling down all the way to the Pee Wee League. So you see Caden Richards. He's going to come off in that B gap on the left side. Colin Shannon kind of got away from him for a second, and then just Caden Richards not giving up on it, comes in and gets the sack.
As subs come in and out of the game for VMI, as we are 11 and a half minutes left here in the fourth quarter. VMI just trying to move the ball down the field, trying to get some points on the board. Not too many opportunities today. Leaping grab made by Egypt Nelson, number 15 in white. Forward progress at the 15 by number 15. And it brings up third down.
So you're going to see Nelson come in here, just going to kind of run a curl route, come back a little bit for the football. And you're going to see the young corner, Jalen Gummer, come in and make a really good tackle, preventing any more gains on that play.
Yeah, Jalen Gummer made the tackle. Redshirt freshman from Orlando. Third down and long here for VMI. Third down and 12. And Colin goes deep down the field, and it's incomplete. Looking for Egypt Nelson down the sideline. It's incomplete, and another stop by the Paladin defense brings up fourth down.
Good job by the Paladin defense, just staying in coverage. You see, looks like A.K. Burrell, the free safety, just staying right there with them on the route. And then just really good. Not being too handsy on the coverage. Ball's a little bit overthrown. You don't give up a pass interference penalty. Here you go, fourth down, and your offense gets a chance to get the ball back.
And instead of Joshua Harris, it's Colton Hinton back to return the kick. Low spiral kick. Takes a VMI bounce, though, inside the 50. And downed at the 47. Time out of the field, 10:38 to go. It's all Furman. SoCon scoreboard presented by Ingles. Low prices, love the savings. Western Carolina up big on ETSU. Sanford up 1 on Mercer in the second quarter. You see the other scores from today. As Charles Watson throws, passes caught by Ethan Harris, number 0 in purple for Wofford. And he's tackled immediately for no gain of the play.
No gain is second and 10.
And Charles Watson, third string QB, back in there for Furman. This is Kendall Thomas, his first run of the day. Kendall Thomas, 5'9", 193, redshirt junior from Round Rock, Texas, gets the carry. And he's been injured off and on this year, but healthy enough to play here this afternoon.
Yep, good day to empty the bench and, again, just see what you have. And, you know, this is still a good VMI team. It's just today just wasn't their day.
Yeah, Coach Rocco had said before the game he felt like his team would play better football and its best football in November. It did that in weeks 1 and 2 of this month. Not so much here in week 3 of November. But he's only in his first season, and he says his team has shown some progress this year. Not too shabby of a record. It's coming into today, the team was 4-5, 3-3 in the league. But like you said, just not VMI's day here this afternoon.
And there's a lot of things you can take out of games like this. I mean, you kind of have an idea of where you need to go as a program and how you need to continue to get better in the offseason. I mean, this Furman team, they're going to be losing a lot of guys that are playing today that are starters, they're seniors, graduates. They're losing a lot of these guys, so they're going to have to retool next season as well. But as you're getting ready in the offseason, you have an idea of what the competition is going to look like going forward. You just got to find ways to continue to get better. And I think VMI is on the right track.
So VMI gets the football back, 8:39 to go, still a goose egg on the scoreboard. As VMI playing its second to last game of the season. It hosts Western Carolina next week in the season finale for VMI. And the Keydets appropriately playing here on Veterans Day 2023, November 11th. And here's a quick throw from Shannon to Rashad Raymond, and he's gang tackled. Actually, forward progress just stopped, not actually taken to the ground. And actually no gain on the play.
Yeah, they're going to try to go empty formation here, which they do, and then they throw the ball out there and try to set up Rashad Raymond for some blocking on the perimeter, but the Paladin defense does a great job of just beating those receivers in their blocking assignments, and then you have a loss of a yard out there. So kudos to the Paladin secondary for just being aggressive, finding ways to get after those wide receivers and then get to the ball carrier.
And here's Rashad Raymond. And moves it past the 10 up to the 13. And it brings up third down as we approach the halfway point here of the fourth quarter.
Expect the passing play right here. And obviously, it's third and long. It's going to be that type of situation. See how these younger defensive backs handle the scheme that comes up.
And penalty flag of the play. Looks like a free play for VMI. Shannon, and is that ball caught? No, it's dropped, incomplete. I think we have offsides, though, against Furman.
So you see it right here, just really, defensive back kind of got away with a little bit of holding, tugging it around about the collar of that jersey.
In the neutral zone at the snap, 5-yard penalty, replay third.
So offsides on the Paladins. Instead of 3rd and 7, it's now 3rd and 2. After a 5-yard penalty, 7:17 to go. Furman up big, 37-0. And now the Wildcat formation is lined up again with Hunter Rice. In the backfield, the fake of the handoff by Rice, runs it himself, and he has enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains.
So there's a replay, just sending the guy in motion, following your blockers, and then you want to see guys make a tackle. So you see one missed tackle that probably would have had him for at least less of a gain, still would have been a first down, but we want to see some of these younger players kind of work on their fundamentals as well while they're in here, just making tackles, and you don't get to really do that in practice against your own team. So you got to take advantage of every single moment you can to get better.
Shannon, quick throw, pass caught by Hunter Rice, hit immediately. And forward progress is stopped. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up, under 6:30 to go.
You had the young freshman in there, number 37, Jalen Mawson, coming in at corner to make a tackle. Left a lot of cushion right there in his coverage, and that's what led to that 2nd and 5. give up 5 yards, but hey, I'll give him a compliment. Way to step up, though, and make that tackle and not allow more yards after the catch.
Grant Swinehart, number 0, in there for the first time. He gets the handoff, trying to go around the left side, and he has the first down. Good run by Grant Swinehart. 6'1", 210, redshirt junior from Bridgewater, Virginia. Has 1 rushing touchdown this year. Got a first down run.
And there it is again. So a little bit just following your blocker, just not seeing it right there if he cut it up. Just too many purple jerseys showing up and flashing. Decides to run it out there to the perimeter. Way to just stiff arm a guy, not allow a guy to make a tackle out there for a short gain. And then you take it up there, get the first down.
Shannon on the rollout, throws to the sideline. Pass, is it caught by Egypt? It is. He's made the catch. Egypt Nelson makes the catch. Egypt Nelson, 6'3", 195 freshman from Roanoke, Virginia.
See this offensive line getting blown up. You see the running back, he got blown up. And then you see Egypt Nelson making a really good catch on the sideline. And right there, number 37 again. You want to see the corner just play a little bit better out there, Jalen Mawson, in coverage, and kind of loses his man, and that's what leads into another first down.
And they go to the Wildcat again. Here's Hunter Rice, keeps it himself, and tries to go up the middle. Now tries to turn the corner on the left side. He has the first down, and he's forced out of bounds. Another first down run for VMI, and a late penalty flag comes in after the play.
Let's look at it. That's going to go against VMI.
Yeah, I think there was a late hit on VMI after the play.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 77 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot, replay first.
So the play counts, and then you got to go back 15 yards from the spot of the foul. And that's a 15-yard penalty.
And that's on the right tackle, number 77. You know, just doing a little bit too much here. Let's see what happens. I see what he did. So as soon as he got the defensive lineman on the ground, which he did a really good job of hitting the hip of that defensive tackle, knocked him over. He kind of buried himself in on him, and then when you get on top of a player like that, you're going to trigger a flag from the officials, and more than likely that was the case.
So Colin Shannon back in at the quarterback spot here for VMI. 5 wide receivers to work with on 1st and 25. Catches made by Ivan Thorpe, being chased down the sideline, making moves and staying in bounds. Has the first down inside the red zone, inside the 10, and down at the 4-yard line. Best play of the day offensively for VMI. First down, goal to go for VMI inside the Furman 5-yard line.
Great play there. I mean, I haven't had a really big explosive play all game, and then you find your guy here, Colin Shannon Thorpe. I mean, really good move right here. Kind of put the linebacker a little bit in a hesitation mode, and then right there just following your guys, making the guy miss. And, man, I know he wishes he could have stayed on his feet, because that would have been a smooth 6 points that would have went up on the board.
Hunter Rice in the Wildcat formation, gains a couple more inside the 5. He's down to the 3. And VMI on the doorstep of the Paladin goal line, trying to put some points on the board for the first time here today. The team tried a long field goal earlier in the game. It was well short, but this is the best chance that VMI has had to score here so far today, as we're approaching 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Hunter Rice walks into the end zone. Penalty flag, though, thrown in the play. Touchdown for now by VMI. Let's check the flag on the play.
Well, that's going to erase that touchdown.
Yeah, you wondered if the fact that Rice basically walked into the end zone, if there was a hold somewhere to make it so easy for him to run through.
Well, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I mean, the VMI offensive line, they've been blocking their tails off.
88 the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Replay second down.
Yeah, the VMI offensive line, they've been blocking their tails off this whole drive. And then we see here, if we get a chance to look at the replay, or we're going to probably stay here, you know, it was just, again, you have moments like that, and then you end up getting a hold, and, you know, you're just shooting yourself in the foot a lot.
Shannon throws to the end zone, pass incomplete. As he tried to throw into the end zone, looking for Aiden Twombly, his tight end.
Yep, and then here goes the linebacker coming in on the interior blitz, and then right there, I don't know. I'm surprised the flag didn't come out, but since it didn't, you chalk it up to great coverage. Just getting the hand up there, I thought that A.K. Burrows was there a little bit too soon, but it's not.
Shannon on the rollout, keeps it himself, and he's inside the 10. He's tackled. And he's stopped right at the 10-yard line. Approaching 2.5 minutes to go here in the game. And it looks like the kicking team will come on here for VMI, just trying to get some points on the board here late in the fourth quarter.
Well, Brock, what did Denzel Washington say? He said, I'm leaving here with something. So it seems like the key to is they want to leave here at least with some points on the board.
Caden Beck missed a 53-yarder earlier in the game. This is a 27-yard field goal try by Beck. He swings the right leg through, and the kick is good. And a timeout of the field, 2:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Furman leads it 37-3 on ESPN+. You see the numbers, 18 of 23, 226 in yardage, 4 touchdowns on the day. He had 3 touchdowns all season as the backup quarterback coming into today, and now has 4 of his own in just one afternoon here today at Paladin Stadium in Greenville. Here's the kick by VMI. Colton Hinton takes it at the goal line. Has some moves down the right sideline, forced out of bounds, past the 35 at the 37-yard line, under 2 minutes to go. And Furman up big, 37-3, and a minute 55 away from an outright Southern Conference championship.
Yeah, Brock, it means more when you don't have to share it with anybody. I wish I would have had that during my time here and not have to share it, but hey, a ring is a ring at the end of the day, and you take it and you smile with it. But this has been a very, very good showing by this Paladin offense. I was waiting for them to have a dynamic home game, and they had one today. So this was a good sign going forward, and let's see if they keep that momentum after today.
And Furman will win its 8th consecutive game. It'll go to 9-1 in the year. It'll go to 7-0 in the SoCon. And with the win today, Furman will have 13 straight SoCon wins. That ties the school record set in 1988, 89, and 90. Newell Garcia, the new quarterback in there for Furman, 3rd one used on the day. They started out with Carson Jones, then Charles Watson. Now it's Newell Garcia getting some playing time. Handoff up the middle. And not much there for Furman on first down. As we approach 90 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Furman getting the play clock inside of 10 seconds. And another handoff, and ooh, big tackle there by VMI. As Achina gets the carry. And thrown down. And Furman just has to run one more play. And here it is, little jet sweep. VMI stops it with 31 seconds remaining. And the Gatorade bath is thrown on Clay Hendricks. He and the Furman Paladins outright Southern Conference champions 2023.
Well earned by that Paladin team. I mean, it's been a battle and it's been exciting, but we'll have a little bit more football for you when we come back on ESPN Plus.
And Furman kicks it away out of the timeout on 4th down. Retrieving the kick is Ivan Thorpe. He goes down, and there are 15 seconds remaining in the game.
Sounds like the fans wanted to run into the kicker penalty. Not going to get one. I guess the officials are not going to call that. So VMI gets the last say on offense.
They were playing Prince's song Purple Rain a moment ago. Different kind of rain here, R-E-I-G-N. Purple Rain for the Paladins.
Yep.
Reign supreme are the Paladins here today. Here's Shannon one more time. Pass is caught by Aiden Twombly, the tight end. And that'll stop the clock momentarily for the first down change to move inside 2 minutes here in the game. 6 seconds to go. Now they wind up the clock. And looks like VMI will not get a playoff in time. Well, then they're going to give it to him. And Shannon is sacked to end the game. And the Furman Paladins are the outright 2023 SoCon champions, first outright title since 1990.